back to the channel, guys. I'm Sheldon, and this is another episode of Behind the Enthusiast. For those of you who can't tell, it is absolutely freezing right now. However, I do have a special treat for you. We have the late model 2021 Harley Davidson Sportster S. Yes, the rocket ship of a bike that they just released. I know it's late in the year, and it's really cold, the weather's horrible right now, but you have to take advantage of those opportunities that are given to you and review the bikes when you can. So, I have a very limited amount of time to ride this bike and review it, so let's get into it. As you guys can see, these are the two bikes that were delivered to our dealership. One was pre-sold, and the other one ended up being our demo. However, it only lasted a mere 2 days before it was also sold. As you guys can see from the side profile, this is something we haven't seen in quite some time since the debut of the Sportster in 1957. Looking at this bike, it is completely different from what we're used to of the cruising style. Now, up front we have an LED headlight, we also have an LED rear, along with turn signals all around. We have a flat track inspired tail section and exhaust, which eventually leads us into this bronzed out heart of the motorcycle, which is the Revolution Max 1250T, packing 121 horsepower at 7,500 RPM with 94 torque. The bike is equipped with a solo seat, but don't worry, you can dig into the P&A catalog to find all of the passenger components so you can ride with someone else. Now, the fuel tank, we have this nostalgic styling, a lot more bronze on the fuel cap as well, which does lend itself to the nostalgic look that the company was going for. Up front, you have cruise control. The grips are pre-wired for the actual heated elements. You have a 4-inch TFT display featuring Bluetooth, digital gauges, ride modes, sport, road, and rain. And you have turn-by-turn navigation if you are using the Harley app. Switching over to the controls, as you can see, it has forward controls, which does make the bike rather nimble because they are not completely forward. And speaking of control, the brakes, we have a 4-piston caliper setup in the front and a floating single caliper in the rear. The piggyback monoshock is located just to the left of the seat, and there are a lot of nice aerodynamic pieces on the bike as well. Up front, we have the 43mm inverted forks, which feature compression, rebound, and spring preload adjustment. Now, outside, you can see how really nice this bike looks. It is super aggressive. You have 160/70/17 front and an 180/70/16 in the rear. Now, these tires are both Dunlops, and if you ask me, this is the most aggressive setup I've ever seen on a Sportster. And when you're actually riding this motorcycle, the way the wheels are set up, it's almost like riding on a knife's edge, which is totally crazy. This bike actually is super violent when you put it into the sport mode. If you're just starting out on the bike, put it into rain mode, then switch over to road, and then unleash the beast and switch it over to sport mode. Now, finishing up, we have the crimson red paint option along with the stone washed white pearl. These are both $450 extra, but if you just want the vivid black, you can get that for $17,999 according to the Canadian website. Now, this bike was a blast to ride, but you guys are just going to have to take my word for it. And so I'm going to let you guys listen to the bike 100% full volume, so enjoy. Well guys, what did you think of the 2021 Harley Davidson Sportster S, aka the rocket ship? Now, I know it's really cold out and I wasn't able to include my ride, but I did tell you guys what I thought of the bike, so you're just gonna have to either take my word for it, or if you can find one, go and test ride one of these bikes for yourself so you guys can experience the absolutely violent horsepower that this thing is packing. So if you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, especially since I'm freezing my arse off out here to do this review for you guys. If you guys have any comments, have any questions, leave them down below. And as always, be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss out on future videos, and I will catch you guys in the next one.